So what do we do if we have an equation like this? You have more than one variable. It's the same variable, but we have it on both sides of the equation. How do we solve that? Well, if it's a linear equation, to isolate the variable, we should only have one. So what we're going to do is we're going to move one of those to the other side of the equation. So that's what our goal will be. Move all the variables to one side of the equation, and then everything else should go on the other side. All right, let's take a look at how we solve this one. The first thing I'm going to do is move this over here. How do I move this over here? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this 2x. I don't want it anymore. This 2x is positive 2x. You think of it, we don't write the positive, but it's positive 2x minus 3. So these two numbers, this is subtracted from that. So how do I get rid of the 2x? I subtract it. Subtract 2x from 2x, you get 0, and you cancel these two out. But like anything else, whether it's a constant or a variable, if you get rid of it from one side of the equation, you have to get rid of it from the other. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides of the equation. Now, 3x minus 2x, that leaves you with just 1x, which we write as x. And then 2, that's not going to change at all because it's just 2. And then on this side, 2x minus 2x, that's 0. And then you have negative 3, that doesn't change. Or you could think 0 minus 3, that's negative 3. Whichever way you think about it, that's what you're left with. So this equation turns into this equation. And we can solve this one. We know how to solve that. X plus 2 equals negative 3. Take away 2 from both sides. X equals negative 5. Now, how do we check that this is correct? Well, it's just like how we would do it with any other expression. We substitute the variable with our answer and see if the equation holds, if both sides are equal. So here we have two sides with variables. So what we'll do is we'll take this side first and we'll find out what that equals. We say LHS, that's left-hand side, because on the left of the equation, of the equal sign. The left-hand side is 3x plus 2. And we think x is equal to negative 5. So let's check. Let's substitute x with negative 5. 3 times negative 5 plus 2. What does that equal to? Well, that comes up to negative 13. All right, so this side would be negative 13. Is this side also negative 13? Well, let's check. So if that's the left-hand side, then this one is, of course, the right-hand side, RHS. RHS is 2x minus 3. Substitute x with 2x, substitute x with negative 5, and then 2x minus 3. Will this be negative 13? It does. So since the left-hand side equals the right-hand side, since they are the same value when x is equal to negative 5, then our answer is correct. And if you want, you can go and check other values of x, what will happen if you substitute x with any other number. Will the left-hand side and the right-hand side be equal? They won't. I'll leave it up to you to test it and try different numbers and see what happens. But the only case where they should be equal is if x is equal to negative 5. This is how we find that out, and this side is how we prove it, or check that it's correct.